Initially with this channel, I want to start with recounting my sleep paralysis experiences. I know that I'm not alone when it comes to sleep paralysis. I mean, I know what it feels like to not want to go to sleep because of the terror that you're probably going to end up experiencing when you try to get up and then you find yourself not able to move, but you can see what's going on around you and you can't talk. All sorts of weird stuff is going on around you and you can't do anything about it, or maybe weird things are happening to you directly but you can't do anything about it. I know exactly what that feels like. And so with that, I want to start telling or recounting my own personal experiences. If you can relate to it, if you have your own experiences and you'd like to share it, I'll leave the email for this channel in the description below. And if you wanted me to read those experiences on here, I'll do that also. I'm going to start with just one story, and I'm going to try to keep it to maybe one or two stories per video, just to make sure it doesn't bog your mind down or make you tired of, our attention spans aren't what they used to be nowadays in the internet age. So we'll try to keep it to one or two stories max, and I'll try to keep it brief. And again, if it's something that you can relate to, then feel free to share your stories. Again, the email I'll leave in the description below. And if you want me to recount those stories on this channel, I will be more than happy to do that. So the first story. So I'm a kid. I can't be more than 10. I'm probably more like 5 or 6 years old, somewhere in there. And I shared a room with my middle brother. He's about 9 years older than I am. So we had these stacked bunk beds. I was on the top, he was on the bottom, and bunk beds were up against the wall. And also up against this wall was this sort of felt tapestry, not a rug, but a hanging, and it was a picture. And this, anybody that's a little bit older has probably seen something like this wherever, in whatever buildings, or maybe even your own home or someone else's home. But it was a picture of dogs playing pool. Now, if you're not familiar with that concept, playing pool or playing poker, dogs doing so, just Google it and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm waking up, or at least I think I'm waking up, but I can't move. And so I'm lying on my left side and I'm facing the wall, and this picture comes to life. Now, keep in mind, the room is dark. And so it's not completely black. I can see the picture, but it is dark. So it is in the middle of the night. It's not in the morning. It's not in the early dawn. There isn't a light on in the room at the time. I can see this picture just as plain as day. And these dogs, they're in the motion of playing pool. So, there's somebody shooting on the table. And then the surrounding dogs there, they're all watching, they're moving, they're kind of interacting with one another and watching what's going on with the one dog that's actually shooting pool. I'm watching this, and, I'm a little kid, but I know better that pictures don't move. And this isn't a television that I'm looking at. I'm looking at a picture, and yet it's moving. At the same time, I am unable to move. Not only am I unable to move, but then I have this feeling of dread. Not quite terror, but definitely dread. I feel very uncomfortable. I can't move. In addition to that, I feel very uncomfortable. I feel the need to shout out for help because I can't move and I feel very uncomfortable. So I start trying to yell for Dad, start trying to yell for Mom, start trying to yell for my brother. And I can't do so. Now, I can move my mouth, I guess, anyhow, but nothing's coming out. So at this point, these dogs are still playing pool. Now, they're not doing anything. They're not really addressing me at all. They're just in the game and really caught up with what they're doing. And I want to get out of this situation, or at least be able to move so I can get away from what's going on, because I'm terrified that this picture has come to life. And I don't know how long I'm sitting there. I'm struggling to move. I feel like I'm trying my best and trying so hard to squirm, to turn off of my left shoulder, to move anything but nothing can move. Like internally, I feel like the muscles, the sinews, the nerves, like I'm trying with my might to move so I can feel everything within me trying to move, but the end result is that my body couldn't move at all. And after I don't know how long a period of time, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute, it felt like a very long time. And anybody that's experienced this, it probably feels like it's an eternity, but it probably no more than a minute. Finally, I feel as if somebody is taking a cover off of me. Now I'm under the covers in the bed, but that's not what I'm talking about here. I feel like someone is lifting a cover off of me, not my bed covers, but just an imaginary cover, we'll just say. That cover comes off of me. The pressure comes off of me. The dread comes off of me, or starts to dissipate and go away. And then, of course, my body, which I've tried with my might to move, but could not, now all of a sudden I have movement. And so I just kind of jerk in place, end up falling down on my back, not falling out of the bed, but at least coming from my left side and then lying on my back. And I'm terrified. Heart's pounding, racing like crazy. I have no idea what just happened. And so this isn't my first experience with sleep paralysis, but this is one that stands out. And yeah, I had no solution. So I just wake up and you say, well, what did I do after that? I probably got out of the bed and then went into either the living room or the den where there was a TV. Turn the TV on, turn it down real low, and probably started watching the news or something like that. That was a weird kid. I used to love watching news for some reason. But yeah, probably didn't go back to sleep. With that, that's story number one. This is one of however many I'd like to remember that I'll put on this channel. Can you relate to that at all, or do you have any stories similar to that? Again, feel free to share. If you appreciate this story or appreciate being able to use this as an outlet, as something you can relate to, it's something that you can break down your own experience and share it, please like, please comment, and feel free to subscribe. Thank you very much for listening. I appreciate it.